Hello and welcome guys to the final episode of the Uno X series. It's been a great one, but I am hoping we can go even better for PCM 25. Anyway, you join me on the 5th of January 2026 in-game, and MADS Pedersen is officially an Uno X rider, so we at least have to ride a couple of races with him. I've also noticed the likes of Jürgen Nordhagen, 79 mountain now, oh boy. Of course, our other big signing as well, Jakob Söderqvist, the Swede. Now, I've set out our entire season of racing, but today we are going to ride the 4 spring monuments and try and win them all with the Uno X guys, including Mads Pedersen. And I've actually used the planning assistant for the most part, but as you can see, our best riders towards the top, the likes of Mads Pedersen, Tobias and Nordhagen, not riding any early season races. We are going to focus on the big ones to come in March. So Sanremo, Tour of Flanders, Paris-Roubaix and Liège-Bastogne-Liège. Let's see how many we can win today. And let's try and finish this series on a high. And by the way, the season is not going well so far for the team. We've won a grand total of 0 races. But I don't feel like we can jump straight into the monuments. We need at least one warm-up race, so let's head to opening weekend and Omloop Het Nieuwsblad. No Mads Pedersen though, he is being saved for the big races to come. Anyway, Mathieu van der Poel, he's the big favourite today. And quite a big moment for the team, because for the first time in the men's team, we have a Swedish rider riding for Uno X. Jakob Söderqvist, welcome to the team. 8 riders in today's breakaway, and actually, Thibaut Nice is included up the roads. We do need to be a little bit wary of him. Oh, big moment. Mathieu van der Poel has crashed in this corner. 53k to go. Let's see if he gets back on his bike here. He does indeed. Oh my word. Oh my word, Mathieu van der Poel has crashed out of Omloop, alongside Christophe Laporte as well, 2 of the race favourites. I do not believe what we've just seen. Anyway, I'm just trying to keep my guys to the front of this now 48 rider peloton. Thibaut Nice still up the road with a now slightly larger group, 46k to go, and this race and even the entire Spring Classics campaign is now wide open, because potentially Mathieu van der Poel is not going to be riding the monuments. And we have a wide open Omloop Het Nieuwsblad right now. Riders dropping all the time here. I'm trying to keep our guys and mainly Søren Vraunsgaard to the front as we approach those decisive final hills. And of course, the first of those is the infamous Kapelmuur, and now our Swede Jakob Söderqvist comes to the front up to 92, placing Vraunsgaard perfectly. Use that gel. Söderqvist making a massive impact already. He's cooked already though over the top of that climb. Josh Tarling to the 4 here. Maybe Tiller can work here for Søren Vraunsgaard. Let's go now. Only 13 riders left, and of course, no Mathieu van der Poel. Tarling is here, Bjerg is here, Bissiger as well, Trentin. I would say Vraunsgaard, he has to be the favourite from this group. And we're going to lose Tiller over the top here. We're going to lose Tiller surely. And now Vraunsgaard is going to attack over the top of the Bosberg. Who can survive? Let's go to 85 now. Who can survive in this group? We are stringing things out, but we're not really dropping anyone. Well, we've dropped Brent Van Meer, Van Lerberger, Trentin, Bissiger as well, and only 6 riders are left here. Josh Tarling, an absolute train on the front. And as Clement Rousseau drops, we do not meet... Oh my word, is Pithy struggling? Pithy is struggling a little bit. Tarling is an absolute powerhouse. I'm going to stay in Pithy's wheel. I think he looks strong. Bjerg is gone. So is Van Dijker. Oh my god. Pithy has lost the wheel of Josh Tarling there, and we're going to have to kick up to it. Josh Tarling, the strongest rider in this race. Oh my word. Josh Tarling on an absolute mad one. We need to get to his wheel, and we just about do it. But is he going to ride us off his wheel here? 2k to go. Pithy and Bjerg are gone. It's a 2-way fight for Omloop Het Nieuwsblad. Josh Tarling versus Søren Vraunsgaard. Tarling knows he's not going to win this in a sprint. And into now the final 800 meters, we can now kick, and Søren Vraunsgaard is going to win Omloop Het Nieuwsblad. Let's go. This man is pretty good at winning classics. We've learned that already in this series. Josh Tarling was so good there, but Vraunsgaard gets him in the end, and we get the team's first victory of the year. And crucially, Mathieu van der Poel has a fractured vertebrae after that crash in Omloop, and he will miss the entire classics period. Oh my word. Bit of a shame. I would have liked to have beaten the best riders in this classics, but that means we have a great chance at winning both Tour of Flanders and Paris-Roubaix, because the favourite for both of those races is now not on the start line. But there's a reason we didn't risk Mads Pedersen at Omloop Het Nieuwsblad, so he would be fresh and ready for the Monument Classics. And he is here. Old Mads is here. He's just peeking towards the Cobble Classics, waiting for that peak, but he's still looking good here at Milano-Sanremo. Oh boy, I cannot wait for this one. We have Söderqvist and Court to help him as his key helpers, and the other favourites at this race. Well, Mads is the number one favourite. Remco Evenepoel actually starting at MSR this season. Very interesting one there. But Olav Koy, Milan and Pippo Ganna are the other key favourites. Anyway, I am buzzing for this race. Let's get into it. There he is in all of his glory. Mads Pedersen in that European Champions jersey riding for Uno X. And a +2 day for him today. We need to try and win Milan-Sanremo. Nothing less. So it's been a pretty normal start to Sanremo this year. We did just have the likes of McNulty attacking, now Lascano, Bettiol and Marco Frigo, but we now hit the Cipressa and then of course the Poggio. This is where this race will be decided. And I am setting a tempo on this climb because we do not want the likes of Johnny Milan and Olav Koy to have an easy ride to the line. So no crazy attacks on the Cipressa this year. Our guys still on the front and it's all still together. Our guys doing a great job deterring attacks on the lead-in to the Poggio. Now we have Jakob Söderqvist, our big Swede, going 90. He has 83 flat on the day. We need him to power up the Poggio now. Where is Milan? He looks fantastic. Johnny Milan looks great actually. You know what? Gudmestad, try to get in Milan's wheel and try and cause some chaos. But Söderqvist with an absolutely huge ride here. Groenewegen is still at the front. Oh my word. We need to go faster. So now over the top we have a big move by Magnus Cort Nielsen trying to lead Mads Pedersen down the Poggio right at the front of this race. But Söderqvist, he's still here. So we're going to make sure we use Söderqvist. We have Laurence, we have Rivera. Groenewegen is the danger man to the front. I can't see any sprinters. Matty Brennan is here. Only 2.5k to go. Brennan flying up with Visma guys. Oh my word. Look at Brennan. He's absolutely flying, but we still have Magnus Cort to go right now into the final kilometre. And here comes Mads Pedersen going to the line. And Mads Pedersen is going to win Milano-Sanremo. Come on. For a second I thought we blew it, but we played it to perfection. What a finish here in Sanremo. Matthew Brennan, for a moment I thought he was going to win. What a lead out he had by Visma. Olav Koy there as well. Anyway, in the end, it is Mads Pedersen winning a monument. And you can make that the first monument victory of his career, even in this playthrough. He's had plenty of podiums, but this is first on the top step. So 2 wins out of 2 so far, and the best part is we still haven't had Varenskold and Pedersen riding together. But that changes today at the E3 Saxo Classic, yeah? One more warm-up race before we head to the Tour of Flanders, and we have Pedersen with Varenskold on the start line. Pedersen timing that fitness peak perfectly for the Ronde, but he won't quite be ready to be at his best today. But no Mathieu van der Poel on the start line, so I still think we can win with one of our guys. I'm looking at Josh Tarling. His Omloop was so impressive. He's the man we need to look out for today. There they are together, Varenskold and Pedersen, both actually getting good days in the end. We could win this race with both of these riders, and we have to win no matter what, that's for sure. The question is, how do we go about that? We are approaching the Tyenberg now, at least up the road in the breakaway. Let's try and go ham on this climb. Here we go into the foot of this climb. Mads Pedersen absolutely cruising up the Tyenberg here. Who can hold on at this tempo? He's not going to attack, but what a show of strength that is from Mads. We're just causing absolute chaos here with our guys on the front, pushing up every climb. Now we have 50 riders left, and look at the riders dropped. Michaels, Van Dijk and Lascano for Red Bull. They're having a nightmare. And my plan at this point is just to continue using our team strength and go on the Cap Elmer, the penultimate climb of this section of hills. One thing's for sure, having a rider with the flat stat of Söderqvist, again, 82 today, is pretty enjoyable. You can float over the road. Oh my word. Anyway, at this point, it's pretty clear that we do have a leader in the team, and that man is Mads Pedersen, feeling much better than Varenskold at this point, entering the Eau de Quarmont. Protection from Varenskold, we are about to go. The question is, who can hold on? Who can hold on to Mads Pedersen? Here we go. Varenskold moves out the way. Mads Pedersen is off. Oh my god, blocked by the motorbike. Motorbike in the middle of the Quarmont, causing absolute chaos. But look at this. Pedersen's former team and former teammate Jasper Sturven Bridges, and he will not work with Pedersen. What a situation we have here. And if he's not going to work, we are going to be caught. There you go. All back together. Who's going to survive this climb then? Fedorov, Sagar is gone, Söderqvist for us, Morgado as well, and Varenskold is here. We'll keep him in the group for now, and we won't attack. Let's sit in the group with Mads. Varenskold can try and control things. But one of these 14 riders is going to win the E3 Classic today. That man, Josh Tarling, is scaring me. He's at the front. If If he goes, I'm going to follow him, that's for sure. There goes Tarling, and if Tarling's in a move, we know we need to be there with Mads Pedersen. We bridge the gap and everything comes back together again. 18k to go, there goes Tarling again. Pedersen reacting quickly to the move of Josh Tarling. Do we follow it in time? Yes, we do. Oh, maybe we don't. Maybe we don't. We need to get there with Tarling. There we go. We have bridged and covered that move again. And we're clear for now, actually. Pedersen and Tarling have gone clear. Can we ride to victory now? And we've now opened up a pretty substantial gap on the chasing group. Stuyven and Lidl-Trek are stuck there. We have 47 seconds, Tarling and Pedersen. But Tarling is so strong this season. Oh, there he goes again. We need to cover Tarling. He is so strong this year. Oh my word. Josh Tarling. And we have 1 minute 20 now, so we can afford to just sit in Tarling's wheel and win this one in a sprint. Tarling is going to be having nightmares about Uno X riders following him. Anyway, 2.5k to go, still 50 seconds on that group behind. We are staying in Tarling's wheel, staying put for now. 1.6k, Tarling really slowing up, 40 seconds to the group behind. Let's stay here though, into the final kilometre, going now with Pedersen ahead of this final corner. Have we gone too late considering the corners? I don't think we have. And Mads Pedersen is going to win the E3 Classic. Come on! Things are pretty good when you have Mads Pedersen in your team. Josh Tarling is proving to be the man to beat at this Spring Classic season, but we do it again, and it's 3 out of 3 today. But you know what? I'm enjoying this Spring Classic season so much that we're going to split this into 2 episodes. So we're going to play Gent-Wevelgem now, and we'll save Roubaix, Flanders and Liège for the next one. There's a surprise for you, 1 more episode. And I want to ride this one because this is Mads Pedersen's race. He's won this race multiple times already. Let's do it again today. Tarling is here again, but we also have Wout van Aert for the first time this season as our opponents. But that's not going to change things. Mads Pedersen is the best rider here. Let's win and make it 4 out of 4 today. But I fear that is going to be difficult today because we have a -3 with Mads Pedersen in his race. Oh, come on, Mads. So we're going to take a backseat, leave it up to the likes of Wout van Aert and Visma to control today. This could be a very open race because I am not relaying in this group. Well, that was until we hit this crosswind section, and look, we have the likes of Milan, also Olav Koy and Malia all together right at the back of this group, and we are now pushing on the front of this peloton to push them right out the back. By the way, Remco Evenepoel at Gent-Wevelgem this year. Interesting choice. Malia trying to bridge, Koy trying to make a desperate final bridge, but he's not going to do it. We have Fredheim on the front. We have 35 riders making this final split. But what if we have some real fun here? What if we go with Jonas Abrahamsen and really try and put the pace on? This has been an epic edition of Gent-Wevelgem already. Abrahamsen try and kick off the front. We'll stay with Van Aert with Pedersen behind and try and create some kind of separation up the roads. There you go. The pressure is on Wout and the other teams. We have a rider up the roads, but oh boy, we also have Josh Tarling up the roads. What a group though. Morgado, Abrahamsen on a good day and Josh Tarling. This man is an absolute beast. Honestly, one of the best editions of Gent-Wevelgem I can remember on PCM. We have 19 riders in what you can call the peloton, I guess. Van Aert here with Pedersen. We do have Lawrence Pithy relaying behind, but 52 seconds up to Tarling, Morgado and Abrahamsen. And by the way, big ride by Milan to get back in to this group. Anyway, Pithy being left to chase by himself. The gap now over 1 minute. Another lap down then, the gap up to 1 minute 35, but Abrahamsen is struggling with the tempo of Tarling. Morgado really sitting on the back, doing the occasional pull, but not working very much in this group. If Pedersen was on a good day, we would be in a perfect situation in this race. Anyway, let's make sure we follow the likes of Van Aert on this climb. They're not going to attack. Let's stay in this group for now. All of the favourites are relaying behind Van Aert, Kung as well. Even though now that trio are in sight, they will be caught, but Pedersen has not had to do any work in this race so far. So maybe we've negated that -3 perfectly. Anyway, the catch is made. 18 riders in the front group. Now we will see how this race will unfold. We need Abrahamsen to work for Pedersen now. Trentin, Van Dijk, Bissegger and Fred Wright go up the road, but I don't really want to spend excess energy with Pedersen because he's on that -3 days still. But I'm worried about that move. The gap is going out 55 seconds. Abrahamsen unable to control it, so we have to go now. We have to go with Pedersen, Kung, Van Aert and Bittner in the wheel. Vacek as well. Let's form a chasing group. And now riders just all over the road. Lidl-Trek having a shocker. Van Baarle and Milan are gone. Do they have a rider up the road? I'm not even sure now. We have a 33-second gap to close. It's Van Aert, Kung, Vacek and Bittner trying to go to this Cortez up the roads. There we go then, the catch is made, Bittner is done, Vacek struggling, I'm in the wheel of Van Aert. Is he struggling now? Not sure, I think he looks okay. One thing is for sure, Pedersen is really suffering. We can only stay in this wheel and hope we have a chance to sprint for the win. And this is going to be a sprint, I believe, at this point. The danger man is of course Wout van Aert. Fred Wright is here, Vacek is here, but Pedersen should win this in a sprint. Come on, Mads. We've had a horrible day, but 4k to go, 3.5 now. We do have a chance to win this race. Still in the wheel of Wout van Aert. I'm going to stay there for now. I'm going to stay here for sure into the final 2k. Vacek is on the front, Van Dijker as well, Trentin. Now goes Vacek. We're still in the wheel of Van Aert in a great position here with Mads Pedersen into the final kilometre. We go now, do we? Let's stay on the wheel of Van Aert. Let's come off it right now with Mads Pedersen. We've gone too late. We don't have the energy today, and it's going to be Stefan Bissegger winning Gent-Wevelgem and only 4th place for Mads Pedersen. In the end, that race day cost us today. Anyway, despite losing our winning streak, that was one of the best editions of Gent-Wevelgem on PCM I can remember. But one thing's for sure, I am loving this Classics campaign. So many questions as well going into the finale, the final finale in the next episodes. Who is our biggest challenger without Mathieu van der Poel? Will Tadej Pogacar ride the likes of Flanders or even Paris-Roubaix? I cannot wait to find out. And how scared do we need to be of Josh Tarling? Anyway, that's all for me today, guys. Smash a like down below if you enjoyed today's video. As always, hit subscribe if you're new to the channel, and I will see you guys in the final episode of Uno X.